It's time for a conversation on data. Okay, I know many of you just tune me out, but as a leader, you need data. And I'm not talking about useless data. I'm talking about taking the time to find the data that you need that's effective and then making decisions based off of that data, not off of hunches. I'm tired. When I do consulting, when I talk to other leaders, it's so funny. I ask them, well, what is the data that you're making this decision? What is it based on? Well, and they kind of give you this roundabout answer. I'm like, that's your bias. You're making a hunch. That's a belief that you have. Biases and belief can be just as wrong as anything else. Yes, I may have a bias. I may have belief, but I want to see the data too. I want to understand. I want to know, because somebody could tell me I'm getting a ton of traffic on my website and the marketing team's effective. And then I'm like, well, where's the sales? Why do I have 100,000 people coming to my website every day and sales hasn't gone up? Well, I need to look at the data. I need to look at the data on that for sure, right? What's happening when these 100,000 people? Where are they? Who are these 100,000 people? That's the first question. I want reports and data as much as I want. I want a presentation. I want you to go through, okay, for 2 weeks now, we've had 100% increase in traffic on the website and no sales. So here's what I want, marketer people. I want information on that. I want to know who these people are exactly. I want you to send me reports on the analytics, and let's go through and find out where are they coming from? What's the age group? Find out all about them. That's data. What are they doing? What's the bounce rate? Are they coming on the page and they're there for 9 seconds and then they leave? Where is this data? Where are these people coming from? Is it because it's a Facebook ad, an Instagram ad, a Snapchat ad, a TikTok ad? What's happening? What's creating all this? Do we have conversion set up right? What is a good conversion? What are we looking at? That's all data. And these are the questions that you need to ask, and then you get the data in there, and then together, this is the key, guys. A problem is just an opportunity for you to get together with your team and create synergy and trust, alignment and clarity. That's why when a problem comes up, as a leader, you're like, oh, goody, goody, goody. This is awesome. I get to demonstrate how great my team is. I get to demonstrate how good we work together. And that's how you have to look at it. And that's not being Pollyanna and optimistic. Some of you don't know what Pollyanna is. That's funny. It's an old Disney movie about being like super optimistic and overly optimistic and everything. It's a great movie. You should watch it. It's old school. I don't know if it's politically correct now or whatever. I don't know about that, but the premise is really good. It's like a kid's Disney movie. I think from like the 60s or 50s or something like that. It's great. But I want you to understand, when a problem hits, data is going to give you that clarity. And the right type of data. So you need to ask these questions. Find out, maybe you need to take a yellow notepad or a piece of paper and sit down quietly and be like, okay, here's the problem. What type of data do I need? I'm not going to solve it. I'm going to let my team solve it. I'm just going to present all this. So let's use this for example. We got hundreds of thousands of people coming to the website and sales hasn't increased. We got 100% increase in people coming to the website. So I'm going to pull my marketing people. I'm going to pull my sales people in. We're going to have a meeting on this. We've got the data. So marketing, you present the data. Let's talk about this. Sales, let us know what's going on. Okay, no more sales. Are we getting more leads? What's the CRM say? Grabbing all that data, having this conversation. Now what? I hope you had the meetings before the meetings. We talked about that last podcast. So now you ask the question, okay, well, here's the problem. Obviously, we're seeing in the data that these people are coming on the website and they're not putting anything in their cart. So the traffic quality seems to be bad. We're getting a lot of traffic, but the quality of traffic seems to be bad. And it looks like it's coming from Google ads or Facebook ads, whatever. And that's where we're getting all this traffic. So how much are we spending on this traffic? Marketing person tells you, blah, 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 blah. Is there a way that we can get better traffic, maybe have less traffic coming to the website, but it'd be better? And do we have conversion set up? Are we converting, like once they put it in the cart, then we're retargeting those people And these are questions that you can ask. What are we doing with this traffic? Maybe this traffic needs to be retargeted to, and then it becomes good traffic. See, all these things, and these are people that you've hired in marketing and sales, and they can have this conversation together. Marketing and sales should always be having meetings together. If you're in charge of the either of those or both of those, always have conversations with them. They need to be on the same page. A lot of times marketing and sales don't like each other, and they both think that each other's not doing their job, or, marketing's like, well, I'm getting me a ton of leads and I'm doing my job, but they never can close any sales, and it makes us look bad. And then sales is like, I don't know what they do. I don't get hardly anything. And the leads I do get are garbage, and they keep telling me they're doing this, and this thing. And I haven't heard it. All the customers I talk to never mention any of this. Well, that's where you need to have a conversation, because if people put their egos aside, then we know it's ineffective. Obviously know the money that we're spending is ineffective with the traffic that we have. So how are we going to fix this? So you ask them, how are we going to fix this? How are we going to fix this, guys? Give me some ideas. Let's roll. And then you have a whiteboard and you start writing the ideas down. When somebody gives you a good idea, you write it on the board. And if it takes 15 ideas, you get them all up on the board. Okay, guys, here's the 15 ideas. What do you think, sales? Whoever talked the most, and marketing talked the most, and sales was kind of quiet, ask sales. Sales, what do you think about these? And then you guys take the 15. You're like, well, maybe this one's not that good. Maybe this one's not that good. Maybe really that's not the problem. Okay, we have 8 left. How are we going to tackle these 8? Oh, okay, 3 can be done pretty quickly. How quickly? Oh, in 48 hours? Perfect. Who's going to work on these 3? Okay, you, perfect. Okay, we've got 4 left. We had 7. We got 3. That's going to be now. We got 4 left. What do we need to do in these 4? Okay, perfect. Who's going to be in charge of that? Okay, awesome. See how you just dish it off? Give ownership at all. And then at the end, sales. I want us to come back into the room 2 weeks from now, after all this is cleaned up. After it gets cleaned up, we're going to make another meeting in 2 weeks, and I want you guys to report to me and let me know what's going on. It's that simple, guys. And it's going to make a huge difference, because what I see happening a lot of times is if you're not getting the data, if you're not getting the reports, you're not catching this, and then thousands or tens of thousands or $100,000 could be spent in a whole quarter, and then you got your quarterly report, and then you're like, oh shit, where did this $100,000 go for? Why we spent $100,000 more in this, and we didn't get any sales for it? You could have found that out if you would have looked at these reports at least weekly. You need to be getting data weekly. Find out exactly what you want, what matters, what brings ROI. If conversions matter, if sales matter, whatever it is, find out what that is. Leads, your lead amount, your lead ratio, what KPIs matter, key performance indicators, what matter to you, what matter to bringing revenue. And then get somebody in charge of that department, have them have a report. Maybe you'll have a meeting with them every week, and you go over the report every week and find out and ask questions. Look at the report before you have the meeting. Always do that. I hate when leaders pretend like the meeting's kind of an interruption. No meeting. Whenever you talk to somebody, it is never an interruption. It is an opportunity for you to build trust. It's an opportunity for you to build a relationship. It's coaching. A coach is not going to look at a team member when he's having a one-on-one with them and treat them like an interruption. He's going to be like, you're a part of the team. You did awesome. We need to work on this, this, and this. If we work on this, I'm going to get you the offensive coach, and he's going to help you with this, and we're going to get this better. Did you look at those film? Awesome. What do you think about this play, this play, this play? That's coaching. That's what you should be doing. And if you can coach off the data and have conversations, how competent does that make you look as a leader? And you're not threatening. You're not like, I can't believe this. You don't need to do that. Just be like, hey, Bill, let's go over this report. Oh, I saw sales didn't increase. Revenue didn't increase, but we got a ton of traffic on the website. What do you think that is? And some people in time, they'll bring stuff up to you. Hey, we tried this, this, and this, but it didn't work because this happened. Oh, perfect. I'm glad you tried it. How can we make it better? How can we try that, but in a different format? Or how can we try that and make it work? You tried Snapchat ads, it didn't work. Why? Is there something that we can do differently? Are we getting is it the wrong targeting? Can we try different targeting? Can we, how are we going to A/B test that? Can we put a small budget for that and just make that a project? Can we give that to somebody and have them tweak it and keep tweaking it and tweaking it and tweaking it till Snapchat ads start working? I'm just using it as an example, guys. There's so many different opportunities that when a problem arises and you have the data and you have your experience together, you can solve this and you empower others. Let them take ownership. Bring clarity. It's so beautiful. It's amazing. And I know you guys can be that. And I encourage you guys, if you haven't left a review on Apple Podcast, I encourage you to do that. That's how the algorithm, it goes off of reviews. So it'll start dishing off and showing others. Last month, we had our best month ever. I appreciate you guys listening and downloading. That's awesome. But if you listen to this through Apple Podcasts, I encourage you, please leave a review. That's the number one thing you can do for us. Appreciate that. And if you want to know more, you want to DM me, I'm on Twitter and Instagram at ABQ Jason Rigby.
Thank you for joining us on the Albuquerque Business Podcast. And thanks to our sponsor, RigbyDigital.com. Make sure to subscribe and share. And go to abqpodcast.com. Get show notes, resources, and links to everything we talked about today to help you navigate your journey as an entrepreneur and business owner.